What's up, Panda dudes? Peter von Panda here. Hey, what do I have here? I got something from Noble Timepieces. We've checked out Noble before. I've checked out their director. Really loved it. This is how this one came, with a microfiber cloth and everything to keep it nice and clean. And then this little bad boy's all wrapped up. And if you like Noble Timepieces, stay tuned, because I'm going to try to give some good news to Pandudes out there and Pandudettes who like manly men watches, because we're going to share some love here, but pretty soon. Earned, not inherited. The Noble Timepieces are interesting. I showed you the director before because they kind of are inspired, I think, by Hollywood, cinema, theater, cinematography, that kind of thing. Kind of an angle cut right there. And let's take a look at what we've got. Boom! All right. Exciting, man. Look at what you get in the box. Nice foam box. You also get all of your normal cartage, warranty. Thank you. Ooh, and a coupon. You know what? Check out Noble Timepieces. It's actually nobletimepieces.com. I know a lot of people expect it to be Noble Watches, because that's what a lot of watch companies do, but not Noble. They're timepieces. So, I told you before that I had that director, gave it away, really liked it, actually didn't want to give it away, but did. And the result of that is that I picked up another one. And I really do like their watches, and I'll tell you why. This one is also a director, but it's a different, obviously a different color scheme than the last one. This one's called the gold and gray leather, and pretty interesting, pretty nice looking. Let me start off by my impressions, and the reason that I picked this up, and the reason that I really am kind of saying that if you like, timepieces that feel sturdy, that feel robust. I said it in my other video. This Noble timepiece is a serious feeling timepiece. Look at the kind of the matte blasted finish. I mean, it's fantastic. The construction of the case is super exacting. I mean, it just looks nice. These angle cuts, kind of these gear spline type of cuts, are unique. It's so easy to do vertical ones, but to machine the angle in there, I like, again, the use of the side here where they've got director, etched in there. I love that. I love when the people use that side. You've got a crown here. It's kind of flat, but then again, matching angle cuts to the edge, and then the Noble logo, and then the finish in gold here is really pretty awesome. Now I think Noble kind of limits the color scheme, and this may be like 1 of 100 or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think that this is something that they are just ripping off the assembly line. So you will have a piece that's pretty unique, in my opinion. 316L stainless steel construction, and it feels nice. It feels weighty. I mean, that was my whole point, is that you get a lot of watches, kick-started watches. This was no different, I think, on there. But, I have a lot of watches that pass through, and they look good, and in pictures and on their website, they have a lot of flash, they have a lot of style. But when you get them, you can kind of tell how, that they were chin-styled a little bit. I'm thinking of a couple of brands in particular, brands that I haven't shown you in years after I picked up the first one, because I wasn't really impressed with the first one. This is the exact opposite. I was really impressed with the first one, and it was a director too, and so I'm really impressed with this. No surprise. We have a flat crystal right there. This is pretty big. It's 45 millimeters across. It's 9.5 millimeters thick, so it's a pretty big watch. What does a big watch look like on your wrist? I love 44, 45 millimeters. I love it. I love 46 and 47 millimeters. 43, 44 is a watch size that I would wear every day, and I think that a lot of guys could get away with that. Even the clasp here, it's pretty nice and wide. Pretty wide band, 24 millimeters wide, and this gray leather kind of looks nice. I mean, it's a little bit shiny, and not super reflective, but it has a nice texture, feels good. It's super comfortable and broken in. A strap there. I'm not going to buckle this thing all the way down. Color matched with this gray stitching on it. And obviously, the coating, this PVD, this matte PVD gold coating here that matches the case, ties it all together. And like I said, 45 millimeters is a great size in my opinion. Sapphire crystal, so great construction. Stainless steel, sapphire crystal. It has the venerable and reliable Swiss Ronda 1069, I believe, in here. In genuine leather, water resistant to 50 meters, and it certainly is warranted by Noble for a couple of years. Let's just go ahead. Obviously, you can see it's running there. We have a subdial, and what's cool about the subdial is that it's not just a piece of the dial. You can see here we've got like this pearlescent finish. It's almost like an opaline, but it's like this pearlescent off-white dial here, and that subdial is sunk in there just a little bit. You can see it there. It's kind of like a different layer, and so that counting seconds hand is even with that main dial. And the dial here is slightly textured and in a silver. Let's call it gray or silver. It kind of matches the hands here. You can see gray hands here, matches that gray dial, matches the band here. It kind of ties it together. The band is a little bit lighter of a shade of gray than those two pieces, but fits this matte kind of gray pearlescent dial really, really well. You've got an outer chapter ring there with minute markers, and I just love, look how subtle that is. You have kind of like a dark gray on a light gray outer ring, and again, a metallic finish, or pearlescent finish maybe is what I'd say. Looks great. Even the Noble logo I really like. Maybe that's because I like Noble cars too, but I like that blocky, stretched out, kind of futuristic. You know, you wouldn't look at it and mistake it for anything. The hand design is nice and straight. I think it matches the look of the watch overall. And as you can see, kind of the cuts on the bezel here really give it some texture and kind of break up, you know, what's a pretty large bezel and dial and face, and give you a little bit of kind of roughness, kind of manliness, kind of industrial look. I dig that. Then on the dial, obviously, you've got applied hour markers, also in that like matte PVD gold finish. So it just looks good. White hand on the second style. So let me just pull out the crown here. Yeah, there we go. Nope, just clicks out. And now I can rotate the hands around. So that's pretty cool. Set the time right there. Just a nice overall watch. You can see here again the kind of the call towards the film industry, call the shots, Swiss movement, palm trees, and clapboard there. Love it. I love Hollywood. I love being entertained. Watched a movie tonight, in fact. Thought it was pretty nice. It's kind of cool that the PVD coating goes all the way the back here as well. Just, you know, you're not going to see the back. They could have easily done this in a brushed stainless steel. Didn't bother to coat the back, but they did. And I think that shows, you know, that they're kind of going above and beyond. Straight band, doesn't taper, and plenty of length around my big chubby wrist. So really, really like it. NobleTimepieces.com. You can check it out there. The backing here is kind of an unfinished texture. Really, really comfortable, and I think looks great. And it's only about $150. And again, you know, that's the thing that I'm probably most impressed about this is, yeah, you know, quartz movement, obviously, but, you know, sapphire crystal. To be honest, I don't understand why watches come with mineral crystals. I even find like the sapphire coated mineral crystals a little bit confusing, because if you're going to go that route and try to harden the mineral crystals, why not just go sapphire? I mean, I think the cost has come down quite a bit. So just a nice construction and use of materials, sapphire crystal, stainless steel. I think this looks great. It's a little bit more blingy, so if you're kind of a introverted kind of dude, then yeah, you know, pick up one of the gray or the gunmetal or the black ones on their site. But this one I think is definitely you know, something that you can use if you're showing off just a hair. Just a hair. Anyway, as I promised you, let's give this bad boy away. I want to give this one away and kind of start off the summer months with a bang. And I'm going to put a link to Noble in the description, so if you don't want to risk it and not get it, you know, go ahead and buy it. You can pick up the Noble Timepieces all over the place. Also, if you are so inclined, I would love for you to support the Peter Von Panda channel with $1 a month or whatever you could afford on Patreon. I'll put the link in the description here. But the first June in 2017, or the first Saturday, is going to be June 3rd, 2017. I want to give this watch away on that date. So like this video, subscribe to my channel, and then comment below. Put the country that you live in the comment, because this is only going to ship out to people in Canada or the USA. So I will pick on June 3rd, 2017, one random commenter. Actually, I won't pick it. I'll have a website that does a kind of a random comment picking. Pick it, and then contact you. Make sure in your comment that you live in the US or in Canada, and then get this out to you so that you can enjoy this Noble timepiece. I really like it. It's not my first one, and it's certainly not the first one that I've really liked and kind of struggled with giving it away. But I want to do it again and again. So, you know, as I can save up some funds, we'll see if we can get some more Noble timepieces in here and maybe make some other people's dreams come true. I know it's your dream. It is mine. So I'm checking that out. And then also, for those that support me on Patreon, I've got some other things here queued away, including my next Noble Timepieces order that's going to be given away exclusively to them. So if you do want to go ahead and support me, I appreciate it. But then also know that we're going to reward those peeps that do that. Peter Von Panda, with my director, which may be your director from Noble Timepieces. Out!